and the wife's done baking cookies, so what I thought I would do is go ahead and show you how I bend the PVC. This is a 12-inch piece. I'm putting it on the cookie sheet. Have the oven set down to about 225, and we're going to put this in the oven and make a flat sheet of it. Okay, it's been another 5 minutes. As you can see, that's looks like it's ready there. I'll go ahead and get that out of the oven, lay it out. I'll get my press ready though first. So someone wanted to see it coming out of the oven. It's floppy as a noodle. And as you can see, it is PVC. I'm just going to put a press on it. This is my Kydex press. This is poor man's Kydex. It doesn't work as well as Kydex does in cold weather, because everybody knows PVC will shatter. What do you think? Looks flat to me. Okay, I got my Kydex press here. I've got my smaller piece of ABS heated up here. What I'm going to do is make something for a screwdriver and a flashlight. See how well this works. Obviously this is like a noodle. And we'll press it in here and let it cool. Well, it hasn't been that long. You can see that is forming around that on both sides. This will be something we can trim up, put belt loops on, hooks on, whatever. I didn't like the way that turned out, so I decided to make me a helping device to be able to separate stuff. This would be like no hands. Just drilled a bunch of holes in the bottom here. I'm going to need one more hole to put that, so I can just set that in the jig on top of the PVC. That'll give plenty of press down. I wouldn't put it this way because you run into the screwdriver, but that should help separate and drop everything. I'll just put one more hole here and I think I'll have it. Okay, you got the next hole set up. You want to give yourself plenty of room in between everything. These are just wooden dowels and a piece of pine. Using my Forstner bit to drill the holes. I think that'll work. I've reheated the PVC. And get this thing set up and thrown in here, see what we can get this time. I get a piece of paper somewhere. Here it is, laying in the bottom, so I get less definition out the back side, more up the inside. Get that out of the oven. We'll see what we can do. Okay, I'm going to pull it out of the oven. much hotter than the last time I tried it too. I'm going to stick on here to press down a little bit. And stick on here. Give me a little extra press. Alright, let's going to see how that, I'll go ahead and let that chill out. Put longer dowels in. These were a little bit short, not by much. But this way, I'm able to put a stick on the back side here to get some extra pressing also for definition. I'm not trying to get all the way down because my screwdriver goes all the way through and the light can just stop right there. I'm going to leave this on the edge. I'll lay the PVC right in here. We'll see if we can get some better definition with that. And I did heat up the PVC a little bit warmer too, so it makes it more pliable. Now we'll take a look at that. Been about 5 minutes. Yep, I'm thinking I got a lot more definition in that one. I had the piece of wood here. The other one went up to the top, so I was getting a good press. Much better results. With the paper on the back, I got less definition in the back and more in the front. Putting that on there separated them very well. I can cut this off wherever I think I need to, and where if I want the flashlight to stop somewhere, I can heat it up just right here and put a stick across it, throw it back in the press. These will have already been there and stay there. That will give a little bit more definition. I am able to cut off some of the top here if it's dropping in too far. But it does have even a good click on the flashlight. I think it's going to work out. This is just a test of what you can do with PVC. I'm waiting for my kite up. Got a couple of blocks to put in there. There we go. I've got that on cooling mode. And we'll see how that works out. Now we'll take a look at that. It's only been a few minutes, long enough for me to re-stencil a little bit. And heating that up right there. Looks like that worked well. I just heated that with the heat gun. Obviously, like I say, I can cut this off, so I went deep with it. The screwdriver doesn't have much definition right there. This is all learning right here, people. Learning how to do it. Maybe what I need is a jig on this side. Do that definition. I'll have to take a look at that. I'm probably going to cut it off right here anyway. But if I had that dropping down a little bit, maybe I can take one of these and cut a horseshoe and set it on there. I might do that. We'll see how that works. Just so you know, I'm coming up with this as I go. So I think what I'm going to do is I'll heat that up right here and see if I can press that in. This is the tightest radius that band blade that I have on the bandsaw will do. I think it's going to work out well. I think I'll cut it off here a little bit. Just looking at it here, I think I'll cut just a little bit off there. Right here, which will give me that where I can drop down a little bit more. I've shortened up my block, move things back, get that out of the way. This won't take long at all. This is a hot, hot gun. That gun you don't want to just turn right off. You got to let it cool down a little bit. So I have it on cool mode. And as long as it took to write my name on there. And then a couple. I'm thinking that definitely gave it high definition there. Obviously I don't have any rivets in to hold that tight yet, but that'll be the next project. This is all forming. I think maybe I might have lost a little bit of forming there. I think that's alright. I think I'm going to cut that up in so you can see if the light's on or not. Low definition on the back because I put the paper in. This is like 4 sheets of the heavy paper. It's not your standard notebook paper or copy machine paper, whatever you steal. That is working out well. I like the fact that you can see if the light's on or not. Might have to do something with that. So I'm changing things up again. I put 2 medium ones and 1 long one in. And I want a little bit more definition in front of the flashlight. So I'm just taking the time to heat it up to do that. We'll see what it looks like here in a bit. Okay, do a little bit more art. Big deal. So I've got the block for flattening and the block for screwdriver. Just pressed everything else down nicely. Just made sure everything was down. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, much smaller. Don't have as big of a. I'll probably cut right about that sharp line there. Take a look down that. You can see there's definitely a definition for the screwdriver there. Let's see how I get this cut and riveted. I think it's going to work out well for a Nice little pack, belt pack. This is just a sample of what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to make this to permanent use, just learning tools. Okay, what I've done is gone ahead and cut it out a little bit, as you can see. I'll be putting a rivet here, 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 and I'm going to heat this up and press it down a little bit more, and maybe a rivet here. That'll keep everything closed here. Then I can sand everything up. But another thing I want to do is I want to put a bevel in it this way so it'll fit your hip. So you have your flashlight first on it if you have it on your right side, or if it's on the left side you'll have your screwdriver first. But when I'm pressing on that, it has a definite click to it. Nothing is pressing on things that won't rattle. Well, there we have our, not quite finished. I've got to get longer rivets for these don't press together. I could make them press together, but it's dinner time. Wife wants her kitchen back. You can see that clicks positively in there. Light. They don't fall out. I think I'm going to drill a hole in the center here, either that or put a piece of steel that clothespins that. Maybe make a little cut so that's part of, hammer it down into the little cut so it keeps it tight here. That'll give me a more positive click on the screwdriver so it doesn't fall out, because right now, without it, it does fall out. So like I say, this is just engineering in action. Okay, when you're making a jig, the one thing you need to remember, when you have your horizontals and then you go vertical, you have to leave room for the material. And then back to horizontal and horizontal, you're just pressing down, but you do need to have some wiggle room for the material to be in. I just remembered that and I went and just cut it. So let's try this now. It's noodly and hot. Get it in the jig really quick here. I'm sticking over on both ends. And I could probably just hold it like that till it cooled. But I've got a clamp. I'm going to put that in. And this is thick enough material that I can make either 2 or 3 belt loop clips with that. Like I say, it's warm, and PVC is all noodly when it's warm. So we'll let that cool down and I'll show you what that all looks like. Okay, that was all noodly there a minute ago. Now it's nice and stiff again. So I'll go ahead and pop it out of the jig here. And what I have is belt loop that I can put on my, cut these, about 3/8 of an inch, have 3 or 4 of them there, so I can put one on this side, one on this side for my, this is my test exercise. I just grabbed a screwdriver and a flashlight. I wanted to see how to do all this stuff. I'm just practicing with PVC right now until my Kydex arrives. But it's one thing they said is practice with something that's cheap Not that Kydex is that much, but it's a whole lot more than PVC. Well, what do you know, they even made PVC screws. I couldn't believe it. Chicago screws made of PVC. I think I'm going to glue them together though, because the female part just has little spines. It doesn't actually have threads in it, so it doesn't thread very well. But you can see what a belt loop looks like that's been cut off of that, out of that, the wide piece. So I've got 3 of them I was able to get out of it. And I do have some profiling I'll do with the belt sander after I get the glue on. That worked out well. I did profile it again, heated up the center, and then bent it to the back so it would form around you, which closed up this part also. So the screwdriver doesn't fall out. That flashlight does now though. I'll have to do a little bit of work with that. Maybe come in here and, yeah, it just needs a pinch together right there, so maybe I'll just put on that little clothespin thing I was talking about doing, and should take care of that. This hole here, I think I'll put a rivet in with a chain maybe to hang tape or something, I don't know. We'll think of something, but I only bought 4 of these screws. I didn't think about that hole when I found the PVC screws. They're 50 cents a piece, what the heck? Like I say, there's these little PVC screws, and down inside the cap there really aren't any threads. There's just 3 little things that stick out to grab the thread, so that is not a positive grab at all. I guess that part of it sucks. But I'm going to, let's see, this is cement, so it has the primer and the cement together. That's why it's blue instead of clear. So I'm going to glue that screw down in there. Close the glue before I dump it all over. And when you know I got some on my finger and got it on the front of the sheath already. Got one done, so I'll go ahead and hit the other 3 and make sure that's held together there, and then I'll go out and sand the edges off. Well. Okay, I riveted the sheath together right in the center there, just because it takes a lot more pressure, I think, than these PVC screws will. I think I'll hang a little chain here with one of those black tape dispensers. Just something to hang down here with the screwdriver. But the flashlight stays in, the screwdriver stays in, everything's good and tight. Got belt loops on it. I think I'll wear this to work tomorrow and see how well it stays together.